It's like when in doubt, throw a peace sign.
Yeah. So millennial.
Welcome to Snack Scoop at Crafty, where we unwrap everything you need to know about snacks at work, from trends, insights, and what's coming next. So I'm Becca, I'm the writer of the Trends Report, and I'm joined by our very own snack expert.
I'm Vaibhav Shastri, I'm the Senior Merchandising Manager here at Crafty.
So every week we're going to be unpacking all the trends that are hitting food and beverage at work. And this week we're going to be hitting is fiber the new protein, we're going to talk flavor maxing, and of course the beverage boom. And then at the end of every episode we're going to do a taste test where we each bring something for the other one to try. This week it's my pick. I'm bringing Ari, BTS's new food and beverage brand, and we're going to be trying the sodas and the energy drinks today. So stay tuned till the end. Let's start with the hottest trend on the market. Is fiber the new protein?
Sort of. Yeah. Yes, fiber is going to definitely be the new protein. The thing is, first of all, protein has a while more to ride out. Like, we've seen a lot of people jumping on that trend and trying to eat their body weight in protein and whatever their macro goals are. And it's going to keep going for a while. Actually, a few of the sessions I've attended this year at trade shows are saying we're not even at the peak of it. We're still getting to the peak, and then it's going to go away. Or at the very least, it's being built into people's lifestyles. Fiber is just starting, and it's following the same patterns and trends. So we're going to see fiber follow the same craziness and boom over the next few years for sure.
So what's different about fiber right now? Is it like your Fiber One bar? Like, is that what we're talking about? What are we talking about?
It's a mix of a few things. It's generally following this idea of gut health. To say more and more people are conscious of their gut health, rising rates of diseases that follow that, or the lack of fiber. So now that that's come to light, everyone says, let me add fiber into it. So it could be a very tailored prebiotic fiber. So think about the healthy sodas of the world now. They include 1 to 5 to 10 grams of fiber. It's supposed to just help your gut. Otherwise, it can just be, if we're really honest, it's kind of like Beneful. Just like the stuff you get at the grocery store, at the drugstore, it's just that put into some products. So it could be anywhere from really healthy, actual fruit and vegetable byproducts to random psyllium husk or just any other thing like that.
What types of formats are we seeing it come in? Obviously, I think we've seen I think cereals is a good place to start, but are there other types of formats we're going to be seeing a lot of fiber packed into?
You'll see
sodas, obviously.
Yeah, you'll see sodas. Other types of beverages too. It's not just going to be a soda. It might even be a stick packet, like a hydration packet. Bloom is a good example of that. It's spelled B-L-U-M-E. That Bloom, they are doing some version where it's a hydration plus gut health, and that gut health is prebiotics and probiotics. So.
Yeah, and I know from a GLP-1 perspective, for those that are on that medication, like yours truly, we obviously try to pack a lot of protein into our diet because, bone density or whatever the doctors are saying. But fiber is also one of those things you got to get in because you got to balance all those things out. If you have too much protein, you're going to be super unwell. So I know for me, I've been looking for a lot of fiber products. I try to get it more on the breakfast side of things, so pack it into my breakfast cereals and things like that, and then try to have something throughout the day that will just keep me steady. Because again, you don't want to, with fiber, unlike protein where they're packing in 20 grams into a single item. With fiber, if you have 20 grams, good luck to you.
Yeah, and I'm surprised you didn't bring up fiber maxing because I've seen that as a trend, but I don't think you can act properly fiber max in a professional office setting. Those things aren't going to go hand in hand.
No. And so I think it's small doses of fiber throughout the day. So the drinks that have 4 grams, or I know IQ bar is a great example. They have a little more fiber than your average protein bar.
Literally, it's going to become into everything. The same way we saw protein getting into pasta sauce and the pasta. And I was about to joke and say the spoon. They're going to put protein into everything. They will find a way to put fiber into anything. The big thing I saw recently this year was gummies. They'll put that fiber into a gummy. If you really nerd out about it, you'll learn that depending on how they process that product, the heat kills off the benefit of the fiber anyways. So it's going to be, there's a boom, a lot of fibers coming to the market, but then what's really going to separate that is what's actually beneficial fiber. So that's something that I'm conscious of from the category management perspective, of saying we have a good high quality product. It's going to blow up in 3 years. I think that's when it's really going to start to peak and become even more central to the conversation.
For For sure. And what are the different types of fiber? Like, what is the difference between like a prebiotic, postbiotic? Like, you know, there's a ton of like stuff out there. What are we seeing typically, and like what is the new stuff coming?
I don't know how much you want me to nerd out on this.
Let's
but,
nerd out.
Okay, you mentioned probiotic. Prebiotic and probiotic are different things. Prebiotic is what you need to feed a probiotic. Probiotic would be like the gut bacteria in your body that is providing some kind of benefit or just sitting in your gut. So prebiotic is the fancy word they're using to say I'm feeding the probiotic.
Mm-hmm.
Within prebiotic, you can have so many things. There's soluble fiber, insoluble fiber. You can get that fiber from fruits. You know, it's funny. We spent the last 5 minutes talking about fiber and skipped the most natural source of fiber, which is fruits. So we have normal fruits that come in a box with a lot of the distributors we use, or dried fruit products. We have a lot of those as well, like jerky or just gummies, things like that. But
yeah, Soli's a good brand for the fruit jerky. My son loves their gummies. I don't know if that counts. He's not in the workplace yet, but maybe one day.
yeah, for sure.
So what are you be seeing next? Like, what do you expect to see in the next year, especially in the office pantry setting?
I think brands are going to start to tailor what they're doing to match the trend. That's why I wanted to come back to IQ Bar. They've been doing a lot of great things. They honestly were one of the first to market with a really good product, but they used to and continue to market as we are brain food. We're for smart people, smart minds. And the thing is, they actually have all the things that will do well on the GLP-1 age because they're a good amount of protein and 6 grams of fiber, and because they're a clean label. I see a brand like IQ Bar and other brands tailoring it to say we're GLP-1 friendly. They'll put that on the label, or they might change the pack size a little bit and up the fiber count. So here's a fun trend. You'll see a smaller up-and-coming brand do it, and then the big company will follow. So you messaged me, 2 months ago saying there's a high-protein Uncrustable?
Yeah.
So same thing, you're gonna see the later part of the trend, it's gonna be the bigger brand that you know and love will put in fiber into something that already exists. So I bet there's going to be a high-fiber Uncrustable in 5 years. Fruit roll-ups, they're gonna do that next.
Can't wait. Let's go.
I won't be surprised at all.
Yeah, Catalina Crunch does that too. They're a pretty good cereal brand. They have the protein and the fiber. Even before, you know, like we now just, I think, stocked it in our office here, but I was eating it at home just to, again, pack in as much things as possible into a, you know, quicker, faster, easier meal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for a GLP-1 friendly office, like that's what you want to do. It's like, we don't have enough room to be eating everything in sight to get everything, so we need things to like pack it in there. So
Yeah.
pack it all.
Pack it all. That's also going to show up in things like yogurt. Kokuju's a good example of that, as well as a lot of the other brands, but that's where they'll have the prebiotic plus the probiotic. They're going to have some amount of fiber, but also there's the probiotic that'll benefit from that together. So again, packing it all together, I see yogurts definitely taking off a lot more. They're already growing like crazy. I think they're just very well positioned to fit the exact niche that we're looking for.
Now, I'm going to transition us because I want to talk about flavor, because when we talk about a lot of these functional ingredients, we're always not talking about flavor, and like flavor matters. So like, what's flavors looking like? Can we get function while also, what the kids say, flavor maxing? I feel so young and cool.
Flavor maxing. People are just trying to put in as much flavor as possible where maybe it didn't belong before or where it wasn't there. So I think the first places that you would see that are with, you know, they have the like flaming hot chips. They'll double the amount of spice that goes into that. Or pickles have been a thing for the last year or two. Pickle flavor going into everything will continue to happen. So just saying, we have a certain amount of flavor, we want more. Why? I'm told people like to do that as a way to level a little bit. Like, oh, things are really hard right now, or like work is so much. This is my little fun break. And that's what's going to help me get through my day. Or I just enjoy the flavor. I just want the most because I'm trying to pack it in to whatever meal or snack I'm having for the day. I almost give 3 different versions of that. So within flavor, there's maxing, just take whatever you did and put more of it. There's the version where what you described it, call more of the chef-inspired route, which it'll be, so brand like Pips, it could be a brand like Think Jerky, where they're working with a chef that is well-renowned in their field and saying, can you help us come up with a new flavor? And then they'll work and they'll come up with something. So there's like a new Philly cheesesteak flavor that they came up with a jerky. The last part, which is international flavors. There's been a desire for more like a Mediterranean, Asian, South American flavors. So if you remember ube, when they introduced ube to Starbucks, I saw a lot of videos where I was like, I don't think ube flavor, it's ube. That sounded self-righteous, sorry. Oh, there's a brand that we just tested right now in our first taste program called Chaos Chips. It's like South Asian flavors that are meant to work well with the type of flavors we know today. So they have a new golden ranch flavor. It's like a turmeric spice base that's mixed with ranch. Ranch is just a classic chip flavor. So they do a really good job of finding new flavors that are international, but also will merge with whatever you love today. So definitely those are some big ones. And then even with nostalgia, that's been a thing for a few years. We're seeing more and more of it. Like there's a brand called Yum Earth. They'll do nostalgic versions of a lot of things you know today. So instead of Skittles, they have their version called Giggles. And instead of Starburst, they'll have theirs called Chews. But essentially whatever you know and love, but maybe you stopped because it got expensive or because it is not deemed unhealthy, or maybe you just don't want the whole bag of it.
Or maybe you don't want like red dye. I don't know.
No, Red 40. But instead of that, they'll plug in a version that, I'm glad you brought that up. They'll do no dyes, no synthetic, no fragrance. They'll find a way to make sure it's a cleaner, better for you version of what you love already.
Yeah, and I think that's a way to make it a little bit more approachable. I think sometimes, like we're still human, like, and we have to remember, like, this is a routine. Like, we're not here at the office to have a 5-star tasting menu. You know what I mean? Like, we have routines and we have the same things that, every day, and that's okay. But I think there's ways that you can like mix it up a little by still staying true to what it is, but kind of stepping outside your comfort zone. Like the ranch thing. Like, I love a ranch chip. I'll eat anything ranch. I'm more likely to try that as like an employee than I am to like try something that's totally out of the box.
For sure. And I think that's where the future of pantry curation is going. Do you want your office to be healthy? Do you want your office to be nostalgic and fun? Do you want it to be more sustainable? You're very conscious about plastic and that type of packaging. Now let's have some more fun with it, or take in those other things like dietary needs, or nostalgia is a really fun one this summer. There's going to be a lot of like orange creamsicle. With America 250, there's going to be a lot of like red, white, blue, like those rocket popsicle, like those flavors are going to come back, and you'll have a lot of those.
Yeah, I think it's something. There's I think two things at play here, from like a wider macro trend level. I think things are just more expensive, and so it's like, yeah, like if I went to the grocery store right now, and there's like a small local one that's like at my house, like to get that rocket popsicle, like they're probably going to charge like $7 for the box or something crazy.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and so I'm just not going to buy it, but you still want that like
the treat.
Yeah, the treat, or like, you just want like a little something to live for, and so I think that's where pantries have that unique opportunity to kind of like give that to people in very small, digestible ways. And you don't have to do it all the time, but like you can do it a little bit here and there to just like make it a little fun. It doesn't need to be that serious. It doesn't need to be super planned. You don't need a party. Like, I'm not going to a happy hour. Like, I have plans like of laying on my couch. Like,
sure. So
sometimes it's just like a little moment in the day to like have the fun little snack and chat about it, and like some people hate it and some people love it. It's like there's kind of like a camaraderie to that.
Yeah,
there's
a lot of that happening, especially as we were like voting for new options, and people are saying, I want this option. They want the flavor max, kind of like what you said. If I'm only gonna have a snack before my happy hour, I'm gonna pick one that fits whatever I'm looking for, whether it's the protein or the fiber, or I just want something really tasty before I go out and do whatever activities come up later in the day, whatever work project you have next.
Phil, what are we trying? What's coming? What's new? What's next?
It's the summertime. People need to stay hydrated, so we're going to do a few different beverages. There's some coconut water that's infused with the fruit juice. There's also going to be just like sparkling water infused with the juice, and it's low sugar, but it's also just like a nice hydration, easy way to stay hydrated. That's going to be coming. I'm told that folks in tech love this product, but there's a gum and mint brand called Nero, so they'll do some type of like focus or energy type benefits into their gums and mints, so that way it's like, instead of chugging a thing in coffee, you can chew this mint, it'll still give you 40 or 50 grams of milligrams of caffeine. There's also gonna be some other fun bars. It'll be like built. It's basically a candy bar, but
it's like marshmallow-y.
It's marshmallow because they put collagen in it. It's just a functional benefit that goes with the bar. Flora, it's the same founder that made Jenny's Splendid Ice Cream, but what I understand is they use the byproducts of that ice cream production and all the fruits and fiber that go into a fruit bar. And that bar will have 10 to 12 grams of fiber in it. So fitting all that into one serving is really great, but they had like a new chocolate one that seemed pretty interesting. So the fact that they had made a chocolate bar that also has the fiber sounds pretty fun.
I think I tried that one. I think it was good. I liked it. I liked the chocolate one better than the fruit ones, but I also just like chocolate better.
Yeah.
Snacking is so personal. We mentioned a little bit about beverages, so I want to go into our next one about the beverage boom, because I feel like every second you turn your head, there is another beverage coming out.
Beverages are taking off. Just in terms of sales and interest in it, people are a lot more willing to invest in that beverage over another snack. There's so many other great snacks out there, but a lot of people will use that beverage as the treat myself, feel a little bit something. That's where they're going to do that. And that's why you're seeing a boom, not only because of the health benefits, but soda is blowing up. I think sodas are the number one. Looking at our trends overall for how each category is doing, I think we saw that bars, moves, and sodas do the most, but soda's been growing at the fastest rate compared to any category that we've had. So
yeah, and sparkling water. Sparkling water and sodas are pretty going at a rapid rate, and I would say the sports drink, which could be a Fairlife, like a protein style drink, but it could also be like your Powerade per se, like
Sure.
your electrolytes, so there's a lot of options there. I don't think those tend to be a little bit more expensive, so I think people don't stock them in as much quantity, but they are becoming more popular. We're seeing a ton of growth there, in the 100% growth.
It's funny because 2 years ago, the red flag I saw is that was shrinking. So what we called sports and protein drinks shrank. Cold brew is stagnant or shrinking. And it was confusing because it's not like people don't want these things. It's completely flipped this year. The fun flavors are really easy to enter into a beverage. I think sometimes you'll see something, you'll be like, oh, I don't know if I want this unique South Asian flavor. Maybe people struggle to do that, but for a beverage, I think they're more used to it. A lot of the companies like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks have made this almost expectation that there's going to be a limited time offer coming out. So instead of it just being pumpkin spice latte in October, it's that and a gingerbread and a cinnamon. There's multiple flavors that are happening. And people are more open to trying new flavors in a beverage than maybe they are with a chip or with a bar. So it's generally just blowing up like crazy.
We have to take into account the electrolyte piece, which again ties back to GLP-1s. I think if you're a GLP-1 person, you're trying to get pretty much, I'm going to boil it down to three things. You're trying to get protein, you're trying to get fiber, and you're trying to get electrolytes, because all of those things, and you have to do it very quickly and efficiently. And so I think when we're looking, obviously we covered the fiber protein piece of it. Now the electrolytes piece of it, I think, comes in that beverage. Also the fiber can come in too with the beverages, with all the prebiotic, probiotic stuff too. Also I think too, it's a seasonal. I mean, it's summertime, it's hot, I'm thirsty. It's that simple,
I reframe it as, or at least the industry term is functional. There's a lot more functional beverages, and there's so many versions of the function. So whether it's mood-based, I want to feel better, or whether it's hydration-based, I went for a run this morning, I need to drink something to be normal again, or the protein like you just talked about before. People want that functional benefit, they want to pack it into one beverage. I keep hearing about this beverage gremlin, or the people who go to the desk and they have their 3 or 4 cups. It's the water and the coffee and the juice. I kind of split mine throughout the day, but it's completely normalized to do that, and it's great that people are doing. And you mentioned hydration, Kids doing a really good job of this, and they've also just really stepped up the flavors. They're doing some new combos that didn't exist before, or they're doing, I mentioned the Rocket Pop flavor, they're putting that into a drink.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of I'm not going to call them non-alcoholic drinks, because that's not what they are, but it's taking alcohol cocktail concepts and putting them into a soda. So bringing the tropical vibes into your everyday soda or water, bringing in the mint into something, although I personally don't vibe with that, so I didn't think that was a nice flavor to have. I don't want to drink toothpaste. Also, I do think coconut water is getting kind of a shake-up these days. I've seen a lot of flavored coconut waters.
Yeah.
Which was nice. I love a passion fruit coconut water. Bring it on. Love it.
Banana water is a thing now.
Whoa.
Oh, that was really fun. My boss and I tried that at a trade show. It was honestly really good. No notes. Fantastic. I would drink that again.
Wait, what other beverages did you see at the trade show?
That was the big one that I thought was earth-shattering to me, to be who would drink a banana?
And was it good?
Yeah. It wasn't upsetting at all. I actually liked it a lot.
What did it taste like?
It was coconut water adjacent. Oh, you know what? There's more of this happening. Somebody pitched me a cactus water, which there have been a version of this before, but on the same point of hydration, interesting things, naturally occurring, hydrating
Like ingredients.
So that's another one that's popped up.
I would drink that. I would give that a shot. We had it was like a cactus kombucha. I don't know. We had something along those lines where it was like a cactus style kombucha here once, and it was great.
I actually think NA beverages is going to go away. I remember there's been this big push for NA craft cocktails that it's like like a virgin mojito in a can. Personally, I have not found one that I like. And I take it personally because I also don't drink. I haven't drank for a few years, so like I'm very conscious of the options. I think those are going away, but instead we're seeing a lot of other beverages fill the occasion. So I'm not saying NA as a behavior is going away, but it's just one of those things where like I saw a good article recently that said how by January is going to go away because people aren't focusing on that. It's already built into the lifestyle, or they don't want to focus it on being just that. Instead, because someone might pick up a Spindrift, or they'll pick up an Olipop. They're going to pick up a different beverage that they use all day instead of a beverage that's only focused on 5 p.m. at the office.
My thing with NA beverages, and I don't know if this is like a hot take, but like, what is the difference? Like when you take out alcohol from like whatever it is, like, is that not just a sparkling water? Like, what do we do? Like, is that not just juice?
NA beer might not be a thing in a few years, or I think it's going to increasingly disappear. It definitely took a lot of attention because beer sales went down, and they said, oh, maybe NA beverage is the replacement. But I'm trying to say NA beverages, the one-to-one replacement to say instead of a cocktail in a can or wine in a can, it's the NA version of that in the can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see that having a strong future. It'll be around. It wasn't this year, but last year we were at an event with Bevy, and they were testing out their, I think it was called their mood flavor. So the same, you could put caffeine or electrolytes. There was a mood one. And it was magnesium and another supplement in there.
I love that.
I love that too. And I tried it, and maybe it was like a pseudo thing, but I was like, I feel good. I wasn't going to drink anyways, but now I feel calm. We've seen it starting to happen. I think we'll see a lot more of just all occasion beverages fitting into the gap that the alcohol removed option is going to disappear.
Now we are going to enter our taste test, where it is my turn this time, and I brought in the Ari set of beverages. These aren't all the flavors, but this is the new food and beverage brand that I've been actually bombarding BIPOC with that you should definitely try. And so of course now I took this opportunity and forced him to be on camera so you would try them. So there's 2 options here. We have the energy drinks here, and then we have the non-caffeine pre-postbiotic sodas. They definitely focus more on like fruity flavors, and so this one is lemon, this one is peach mango, this one is berry. And then we have a tropical energy drink flavor. This is like a strawberry Jolly Rancher flavor. And then we have a cherry Nova flavor. And so the sodas only have like 25 calories in them. They have 3 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, which is like pretty impressive for like a soda. Even like, I would say the prebiotic sodas that we have now, like typically it's like 4 to 5 grams. And then for the energy drinks, these have like a ton of things in them. So it's like, it has vitamin B6, it has zinc, it has like things that vitamins I can't pronounce that I don't want to do that on camera. And then it has a good amount of caffeine in here. So let's start with this. All right, so we're gonna start with the Cherry Nova. I've already tried these, so don't worry about me. I want you to read my mind and tell me what you think it tastes like, because like I have a very clear reference point, and I want to see, maybe it's just like my Texas upbringing that brings me back here.
I'm actually blanking. I don't know what you're doing.
I think it tastes like a Sonic cherry limeade. Like, legit.
I'm not a big Sonic guy, so I'm kind of I'm going to disappoint you there. There's some really unique ingredients. One of the ingredients is fermented black garlic concentrate, which I'm like, I don't taste that. I see it's definitely more well known as like an Asian ingredient that I've had at like a restaurant, like a ramen. Never expected that to be in a drink.
Well, these are, 7 boys from South Korea, like making beautiful music and now making beautiful drinks and sodas and ramen. They also have ramen, which is really good, but I figured I can't do that on camera. But I thought about it. All right.
Solid.
We'll let the rest of the team enjoy. We like to put out samples in the office, just for people to come and try. I
think I like this more than the cherry one. I don't say I love it yet though. It tastes a little bit like a strawberry gummy or a hard candy I had this kid. It reminds me of that. Like when you went to Halloween and you saw those like, do you know what I'm talking about? It's like the wrapper looks like a strawberry and you're like, oh, it's this house. And it's still like a solid candy. That's what it kind of reminds me of a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely thought that this one tasted like a Jolly Rancher, but I also don't really love a strawberry Jolly Rancher, so that's like a personal preference of mine.
I will say with all of these, the sweetener lingers in your mouth a little bit.
Yeah. All right, last one. This is the tropical.
I say yellow.
It's yellow. We're looking at the ingredients.
No,
credit
where it's due. I haven't seen any fake colors in this. There's no like yellow vibe. It varies, like especially these ones. I saw that they had like natural beet. They're using very natural.
I don't know. It's like I'm reading this, but I'm like not reading it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can like look at ingredients.
It looks like Inca Cola, if you know what I'm talking about.
What?
Which is, I hope I'm saying the right brand, but it's like bright highlighter yellow. That's what when I saw that color.
What did you think of the flavor?
I didn't get much. It was like
it's okay. I feel hurt. Army, don't come for him. Like he loves it.
Okay, take it back. That one actually is better than the last. This is probably the favorite.
Which one do you think would be the most popular in an office pantry setting? Because like we do a ton of energy drinks. You know, like energy drinks are a staple.
Sure.
What do you think would be popular?
This will probably be the crowd pleaser just because it's a generic tropical flavor.
All right, now we're gonna switch to the sodas, starting with the lemon lime flavor. I think you'll understand the reference point for this one. It's very clear to me. It's giving.
Interesting. Obviously, it's giving lemon soda. It's giving Sprite. It's giving like that.
J-Hope's favorite soda is Sprite, which is a BTS member that he might have on there. That's okay.
The closest I can remember to this flavor is probably like the Olipop's version of the lemon lime. I like both of those because I don't want to say it's rindy, but it tastes like a more natural lemon flavor, if that makes sense. Or actually more of a lime. It tastes more like a lime, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like
but it's good.
They do a really good balance in between like what you would get flavor-wise from a sparkling water or like from like a Sprite soda and then also like sparkling water. It's like somewhere in between like flavor-wise for me because sometimes the soda ones are too sweet and then like the sparkling water ones are just like not enough.
Yeah. It's also giving me a little bit of Pocari Sweat. Have you had that before?
No, what is that?
In Japan, it's one of their like it's like one of their hydration beverages essentially. They do sell it in the States and it reminds me of that a little bit where it's like I don't think this is hydrating me, but it feels like it might be.
It's giving you pre-postbiotics, you know, and all that jazz. All right, this one is the peach mango flavor. I wish I had the grapefruit one because that one was really good, but I drank it all, sorry.
It's fine. I think the lemon was a clear winner for sure. This one, it's fine.
Yeah, I didn't love this one as much, but I did like how light it was.
It's light.
It was giving more mango to me than peach, which I prefer because I don't really like peach flavored drinks.
Sure.
So like then for me it was like a win, and I still got something a little different without like getting the whole thing.
It is reminding me of some of the more peach flavored gummies and candies you'll have in Asia, so I do see that similarity though.
Right, and then last but not least is the berry one. Some nice, beautiful colors. Yeah.
This is the beet. I actually think my favorites go for 1, 2, 3. So I really like. I
don't like berry flavored drinks. Like I'm sorry, like whatever you do, like it's gonna give medicine. Like I don't know, there's really nothing you can do. You know what I mean? I think that's just maybe because in America we're just like constantly drinking like medicine that's very flavored, and so that's where it reminds us of.
I do appreciate the stats that go into, or the stuff that goes into the drink. I like that it has the prebiotics and probiotics, low sugar. Like on paper, it has all the stuff that we want. I just personally wasn't a fan of these two, and I think it would resonate with some other folks. Yeah. The lemon one's really good. The lemon one's really good. That's a good. The grapefruit one is really good. I wish I didn't drink it all, and I could have brought it today, but sorry. I think that one, to me, the lemon and that one are the best ones. It really gives grapefruit, like in a way that I haven't seen others do it. Definitely. Yeah.
So, obviously, maybe when it's my turn again, I'll make you try the ramen. The ramen is great. It's really, really good.
I will make sure to find some fun variety for you as well. Overall thoughts with this is that I think this is a really good job on paper. It has the right Types of flavors, it's Asian inspired. It has the prebiotic, probiotic, low sugar. It has all those things that we look for. And at the end of the day, it's going to be very subjective about if you really like this soda versus any others. And that's the challenge we find if as we try to curate a pantry, it's trying to find one that is really interesting and is also a crowd pleaser. And sometimes we'll find a niche that is not one or the other, and we'll lean into it because it's just subjectively really or objectively really good. And we have sales to back to be like, yeah, we love this brand, even if it isn't perfect on paper and check all of the 7 boxes or however we're looking for, it's still killing it. So
yeah, we still have to try stuff, you know. I think right now these are pretty hard to get your hands on. Like I went to like multiple Walmarts to like figure it out. And so, but like I'm also like obviously a very passionate fan, which is why we do that. So I think that too kind of plays a part, but I think it's like worth trying stuff just to see. And again, like we try so many things and we try to bring in the things that that our clients can count on. I think that's part of it too. Like we don't want to offer something and then it's like gone the next week because like it's sold out because all of our meat like sold out Walmart.
Consistency is important. Yeah, to the point that's also a big factor of what we look for. Can we get it repeatedly? Can the brand keep up with us? And I, as jaded as I can get sometimes as I walk a trade show and find another 20 soda brands, I do appreciate seeing the variety and creativity.
That's good for today. We talked about fiber, flavor maxing, and a beverage room, and of course tried some new beverages.
Yeah, thanks for bringing those beverages. I'll have something fun for you next time. And thanks to everyone else for hanging out with us, learning about what's new, and we're excited to bring you some more trends and insights and new products for you to try out.
Awesome, guys. Bye.